All righty, we're headed to the next edition of the Tao Daily Tarot, a brand new reading. And these three cards really say it all. In fact, this one is kind of the guiding light. Not for you. Sounds ominous. It isn't really. I'll have the details for you coming up in just a moment. And hello. Welcome to the latest Tao Daily Report, the Tarot Report. Glad to have you on board. If you're somebody new coming to the Tao Daily Tarot, welcome. Please remember to like, subscribe, and sign. Very important. This is a brand new channel. YouTube likes that kind of stuff. If you've been here before, again, you are more than welcome. Again, always put a like sign every time you visit. That's an important number for YouTube at this point to pay attention to helping to grow the channel. Other than that, I think we're in pretty good shape. So for those who are new, what makes this tarot reading different? Well, first of all, I do an archetypal reading. That is, I will take the images on the cards, and I use 4 different decks, and I read them literally, at least to the extent that I possibly can. As I get farther into the 8-card spread, because I use just 8 cards, I will begin to use my intuition to kind of knit together a cohesive picture for you. But basically what I do is I look at energies. I'm not so much looking for love or money or whatever else very many other tarot readers look for. I look for the energies, the energy of coming, the energy of going, the energy of pushing, the energy of pulling. Stop and think your life on a day-to-day basis. What's coming and going in your life? What's pushing you? What's pulling you? These are the energies that I look at. And that's why I call this tarot reading kind of an energetic weather report. It's like you find out what the weather is today so you can address appropriately. You find out what the energies are around you so then you can kind of make your way through your life just a little bit better, not looking for a particular goal, but dealing with the energies that surround you. I also do the hyper shuffle, and I try to get all of this done with under 10 minutes because you are a busy person. And if I can get it down to 8, 9, 10 minutes, you can squeeze it into your life virtually every day. You can do a tarot reading with me every day, and that's the whole point. Alrighty, so let's get to it. I mentioned something about the hyper shuffle. That's coming up. And there you go. There is the Tao Daily Reading card setup for the day. Let's get to the reading, shall we? And we begin with what I call this is an energetic weather report. Let's look at this as the overall temperature, Not for you. Number 6 up there in the corner, not for you. Okay, that sounds a little bit foreboding, but let's go through the cards and let's see for sure what we got going on here. Well, we begin with the 5 of Wands, and the 5 of Wands basically is conflict. But it's useless conflict. It's pointless conflict, and it really isn't serious conflict at all. It's just that stuff that you get into that, let's say you get into an argument, and by the time you're finished with the argument, you go, why did I even get into that? What was that even worth? From there, we go to the something that is going, and that is the King of Cups. King of Cups, very loving, very affectionate, very emotional, except he doesn't show it. Alrighty? So someone, or maybe yourself, holding back emotions. Alrighty? Sitting back. It could be part of this conflict thing we just saw a moment ago, or it could be just allowing yourself to observe, because we go to the pushing and pulling department and we see the Page of Swords. And the Page of Swords very often is called the spy. Alrighty? Up to mischief, up to no good. But the fact of the matter is that may not always be the case. Alrighty? Because the Page of Swords can very often revitalize, can get you searching for more information. But there is that possibility of just spying, and you can use that in a very positive way. You can use that as kind of reconnaissance in your life. Where do I need, especially if you were looking at this 5 of Wands situation. maybe you want to look a little deeper. Maybe you want to say, okay, why did that even become an issue? Alrighty. So the Page of Swords, while often given the name the spy, can also be somebody who's doing a little bit more work, digging, investigating. And then we go to the Fool. This is the energy that's pulling you. You just want to take a jump in your life. You're saying enough. 2020's over. It still feels like it's around though, doesn't it? And you're ready to go, all right, I'm just going to go. It's a leap of faith. That's what I'm in the mood for. I understand the idea. I would ask you to hesitate just a little bit, but keep that spirit, keep that fool spirit, keep that adventure spirit. That's going to be important. We're heading into a Mercury retrograde coming up in a day or two, and for the month of February, I just wouldn't jump off the bridge just yet. I think that's where that Page of Swords comes in. You need to do a little more investigating. And of course, we have the High Priestess now here, one of the magnifier cards. And the High Priestess, if for nothing else, is known for intuition. Alrighty? Being able to sense things that the rest of us can't. And that may be what's really important for you, especially as we come into the Mercury retrograde season coming up in a day or so, running through most of February. Maybe this is a time, like that Page of Swords, do some investigating, but not in an obvious way. More like the King of Hearts way. Keep it hidden, keep it behind the scenes, but feel what you're feeling and try to understand those feelings. Try to make sense out of those feelings. And to emphasize that, we have another magnifier card here. The Hermit, again, has shown up quite a bit over the last week or so. And that's because he is looking deep inside, looking for answers. He's looking for that guiding light. And with the staff in his hand, he's doing it with passion, but quietly. And I'm kind of left with the idea that may be something that you need to spend a good part of February doing. Turning inside and just feeling. Because the information coming from the outside just kind of riles you up. It gives you that Five of Swords, kind of, I'm battling, but I don't know for what kind of feeling. So it might be better to gather your stuff together, but do it internally. And one of the places where you might look, here's the Devil. This kind of wraps up the read. And you see the two people at the bottom, they are chained to him. Well, think of that as opposite sides of your personality. We all have a bright side and a dark side, all of us. And the devil usually, not always, but usually is the devil within, the attraction within, that we're captured, we're enslaved, but we do it to ourselves. We do it to ourselves. Now, maybe somebody in your life representing that energy, that's very possible too. But because the devil is here, because we have all of these wonderful cards, we have the Hermit, we have the High Priestess, we have the need for more information. I'm thinking that a Mercury retrograde coming up here in February, turn inside, feel. Give yourself a chance to feel what you are feeling. That will give you more information. And I think once we get out of that particular mode, once we get to the last week of February, we're out of the Mercury retrograde, then I think there'd be a good time to act like a fool. And I think that will be a good thing because the Fool is the 0 card. It's brand new, it's fresh, it's ready for adventure. And I know you are too, just a little more work needs to be done. So that's the reading for today. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share as always. And as always as well, I give you a day full of blessings. See you tomorrow for our next Tao Daily Tarot.